Okay, so we're back now with Colin Evans. We haven't talked to him in a long time, and there was this story on the BBC that Mt. Gox, part of the crash that's occurred in Bitcoin on Mt. Gox was some sort of a technical issue. And of course, people around the world are going to be very concerned as to whether their Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are safe. Is this a breach of the wallet? Does the average person have anything to worry about? Is this going to cause the entire mess to collapse? So we're going to Colin, the answer man, for the answer to these
Well,
questions.
no.
Colin, what's going on with Mt. Gox?
Well, Bill, I don't have all the answers, but I will get you to probably link maybe to a document in the text of the video. And if it's correct, which I think it is, I'm happy to be able to tell every Quark investor that this is not going to be a problem for Quark. This does not affect Quark in any way. This seems to be a Bitcoin unique issue, but it's not a problem and it's not a flaw. Okay, what Mt. Gox were doing in trying to possibly add better service to their customers is they were executing trades, it seems, before one single confirmation. Okay, and as we know, a single confirmation means 10 minutes with Bitcoin, and a single confirmation means 30 seconds with Quark. So what was happening was that in that time before a confirmation, that's the important thing, the transaction ID can be changed to make it look like somebody didn't receive the Bitcoin that they were meant to. So I'll just simply explain it. Let's say I'm the hacker. I say to Mt. Gox, the exchange, I say, I withdraw it. I withdraw some BTC. And because the exchange didn't want to wait the 10 minutes for the one confirmation, i.e. Mt. Gox, they didn't want to wait. They i.e. basically honor that before that time. Then the hacker changes the transaction to make it look like the transaction ID and make it look like they never received that, get on the phone or email or whatever and say, hey, I didn't receive my Bitcoin, and they look back at the transaction ID and then basically go, oh, okay, that they didn't, because they're only looking at that one parameter, the transaction ID, which is a mistake, and it's a mistake not to wait for one single confirmation. But in this case, I guess that's 10 minutes with Bitcoin, and that can be a problem when you're trying to, I guess, run a big exchange and execute lots of trades and do et cetera, et cetera. Now, if Quark was on Mt. Gox, guys, think about it. But I'm not sure, after all this, we'd want them there. But they would be looking at waiting 30 seconds. So, I mean, the problems are not a problem, and it's a non-issue, and nothing is flawed.
It's a non-issue in Quark's case. I know in transactions I've made with Bitcoin, sometimes it takes way more than 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes half an hour or almost an hour to make a transaction. It's just ridiculously slow.
Okay, but that's because the exchange is doing the right thing. They're waiting for the confirmation. So in this case, yes, I can. If this document, the code document, Stack Exchange, those guys are pretty thorough. If it's correct, then Mt. Gox should have waited at least one confirm. They should be sending the oldest amounts that they have out to people, not doing this instantaneously and trying and. So it's a breach of trust. So yeah, there's a tiny issue there that if you don't wait for an exchange, someone can change that transaction. That's malleable. They can change that transaction ID, but it's not a flaw at all. It's because you should be doing the right thing and waiting for at least one confirm. You know what I mean? Right. There's 6 confirms that you're meant to wait for on a full transaction. So, I mean, it's not unreasonable to wait for one, but in this case of BTC, which is the only thing that Mt. Gox trades, they don't trade any other cryptocurrency, that'd be meaning to wait for 10 minutes. But I can't see that that's a huge issue. I don't understand why they didn't do that, and it's kind of mind-blowing.
Well, they're under stress. I mean, it's well known that they haven't... they're way backed up on converting their BTC transactions into U.S. dollars, so they're under a lot of stress, and they're they're trying to improve their customer relations or whatever, and they just took a shortcut and they paid for it.
I have a solution for them. It's simple. All they need to do is host Quark, and everybody can trade Quark there on Mt. Gox, and the 30-second confirms, people will be able to trade. Everyone's happy, up and coming. Get on it, guys.
Right, they can use Quark as the baseline trading vehicle, and then you can move from Quark into Bitcoin or whatever the cryptocurrency. That's a good plan for future exchanges as well.
I'll just say one thing too on that, because we're planning we were talking about it before, but we are planning a full payment system. So you know how you've got BitPay. So once we do that and we want to get that built, I'm going to work with James on the foundation. He's done an awesome job with all the things and the other foundation members, and we want to get that happening so we can have a crypto pay one. We may integrate ourselves, Quark, and so then coffee shops, small businesses, anyone can then start taking it. We can get this moving a little bit more, and so it should be just a mobile wallet so people can just make a payment, accept it, and it's done. It'll be pretty much instantaneous payments. If somebody wants to wait 30 seconds, then they can wait one confirm on that. So yeah, it's great.
But there's actually a way now that people have figured out so that these confirmations will be just as quick as swiping your credit card at any store.
Exactly right. Yeah, that's what BitPay does now, and in the the design that we want, that's what that will do. The only difference would be that Quark is pretty quick anyway, but it'll be instantaneous. That's right. Yeah. So you could say maybe there'd be less risk on the intermediary side, like BitPay's risk, if you're working with a currency that has quick confirmations anyway.
Okay, well that's great news.
So, because it's only 30 seconds.
You got to the bottom of this Mt. Gox thing. I know everybody across the whole crypto world's very concerned about this, so I want to try to get this up as soon as I can.